Have you been dreaming of travel but not sure where to go or how to begin planning? Well, you found the right podcast.
Welcome to Theme Parks and Passports, the travel podcast for every family ready to explore the world, one destination at a time. I'm Melissa Sanchez, travel addict, wife, and mom of 2 big kids. Along with planning all my family adventures, I've been helping others realize their travel dreams through my company, Spellbound Vacations, since 2010.
And I'm Heidi Mackey, a travel enthusiast with a passion for geek and pulp culture. I'm also a wife and a mom of a spicy tween. Since 2017, I've been creating vacation memories for families through my business, House of Mackey Travel. Join us as we share stories, tips, and talk to those in the know to inspire your family's next great adventure.
Because creating family travel memories can happen in any stage of life. Hey everyone, thanks for joining us on this episode of Theme Parks and Passports. I'm Melissa Sanchez with Spellbound Vacations.
And I'm Heidi Mackey with House of Mackey Travel. We're super excited. It's the top of the year and the beginning of season 2 for us.
I know. I cannot believe that it has been nearly 1 year since we started this endeavor and our first podcast aired. What a difference a year makes.
Absolutely. And to think this all started in a little cafe in New Jersey.
It did. It did. It was over brunch and just talking about, how we both kind of had a thought of doing this. And again, here we are a year later. It's really incredible and really exciting.
It is.
Sorry, but it really is. We're so appreciative to our audience that has listened to us over this year. And sorry, I'm seriously gonna cry through this whole thing. We're so appreciative of our audience, everyone who has listened to us and watched us grow, and been our guests, our amazing guests who have been on with us and have trusted us to share their stories. And for, again, our audience who's listened to our stories and kept listening after those first couple of episodes.
The beginning's always a little bit rough, and thank you to everybody for sticking through that part of it. And the feedback's been nothing but amazing, and everybody's been so encouraging. I mean, that's why we're here to continue doing it,
Yeah, everything has just been so positive. And we thought starting this brand new year, 2026, with season 2, we wanted to reintroduce ourselves for those of you, who maybe haven't been listening to us for as long, or for those new listeners who are maybe coming in to season 2 and starting from scratch.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, I love a chance to see you in person.
Oh, so, I know.
I love it when we can record and see each other in person.
We're not normally together, for those of you who follow. Usually Heidi is in Pennsylvania and I am in northern New Jersey. And because we work from home in our home offices, that's normally where you're seeing us.
Right. Or we get the opportunity to meet with our vendors or go on some amazing trips together, but that's not every month. That's not every time we record. So most of the time we're looking at each other the same way you're looking at us. So this is nice.
Exactly. So it's really, really great. And today our location is actually Montvale, New Jersey. We are at the En Voyage headquarters, which En Voyage is our host agency. You can think of that as our parent company. So we are here today for an event with some suppliers, which we try to go to a lot of those throughout the year. Keep up that connection with each other and also with the people that we work with.
Yeah, and a lot of vendors. This is when we get the opportunity to continue the relationships we already have and make new friends.
Right, exactly. And so just to kind of back up a little bit about us, Heidi and I are both independent contractors. We are agency owners. I am a certified travel advisor and a certified travel coach. I have been an agent for 15 years. And Spellbound Vacations is my baby. I have been running this company since 2011, 2012. And it has just grown in so exponentially in these last, 12, 13 years. It's been It's been incredible. And this is just another way that our companies are growing.
What would you say your specialty is? Do you want to share that?
Sure. So I specialize in family and empty nest, and and we both really have traveled to so many destinations from our favorite Disney and Universal theme parks to cruises to Europe to South Africa. We have traveled with infants and toddlers, school age kids, teenagers. My kids are big kids now. We've done multi-gen trips. We have really run the gamut of family travel. And a lot of my clients now that I work with are now empty nesters like me. You know, your kids are big. You did all the traveling with them when they were little, but now maybe you're doing that adult only Disney trip like I'm doing in January with my husband. And I am here as my life evolves, my clients' lives have evolved, and maybe now they're traveling with their grandkids. So it's really exciting working in this industry and working with these families.
And my House of Mackey travel, I've actually been doing this for 8 years now. I am a family of three. I have a tween, officially a tween.
Ooh, fun times.
Whoa. But we absolutely love to travel. I call us kind of indoor cats. So one of the things that we do like to do is we like those kind of chill vacations. And so part of that chill vacation is we've fallen in love with cruises, which gives us the opportunity to do what we want to do while we're on the ship and choices while we're on the ship, but at the same time the opportunity to just completely chill. But the other part that we do, or that I specialize in, is family travel, of course. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing the podcast together. And fandom travel. We're a family of geeks, and we love to go set jetting, which is visiting sites where things have been filmed. We like to go and be immersive in some kind of fandom, which would be within the theme parks, making sure that we bring our wands when we go to Universal and that, we have our bands to be able to bounce around Mario World when we're at Epic
So
Universe.
fun.
So it's all of that fun stuff on Star Wars. Don't even start me on Star Wars. But I really enjoy doing that and taking it beyond the theme parks and doing that in destinations, especially in the UK. That's one of my favorites. I love the whole world, which sounds kind of massive. I am willing to take a trip anywhere you offer me to go. But I do have to say that the UK and Ireland have a special place in my heart.
That's awesome. So now that we've kind of refreshed you on our business side of thing, a little bit of our family side, we want to tell you just a little bit about theme parks and passports. So, for those of you who are new, this is, as we said, we are coming up on 1 year since our very first episode of theme parks and passports. This was born of our love of travel with our families, our love of theme parks, and honestly, like you said, our love of kind of everywhere around the world. Like there are very, very few destinations. I don't know if you would agree with this, but for me, there are very few destinations. If you said to me, let's go to X, I would say no to. I pretty
Agreed.
much would just be like, let's do it. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. All you have to do is, what do they call that? The toxic trait? You mentioned
Yeah.
a country and I have the itinerary planned in the
Yeah.
next 10 minutes. Yeah.
Give me 10 minutes and we're there. So, theme parks and passports came out of our love of that, our love of travel, our love of working with other families to help them create their family memories. And we like to talk a lot about our favorite theme parks, right? Our Disney destinations, our Universal. There's a couple of other ones out there, and where we're using our passports and where you can use your passport. We have talked to our reps from G Adventures and Globus family of brands, Royal Caribbean, we have spoken to. We just a lot of our favorite companies to work with or that we've traveled with that we want to share those things with you. And that's really where theme parks and passports was born from.
We also found talking together because as independent agents, we're our network. Like we talk to each other. Agents are just amazing when you have a question to be able to learn from each other. And one of the things that we learned is that we were getting a lot of the same questions. We were looking for similar inspirations for our clients, and we realized that we have a lot of information that we'd love to share. So this was the opportunity for us to share with you what we're finding are either common questions or will inspire you to do something that maybe you hadn't thought of before.
Exactly. And I think what makes our podcast different from some of the other podcasts that are out there is the angle we're kind of coming from. So, yes, we are travel advisors. This is our business. This is my full time job. This is what I do every day. This is what Heidi does every day. But we also live it. We live it with our kids. My daughter's first trip to Walt Disney World, she was 15 months old. I know what it's like to be there with, you know, barely a toddler. We are going again in March. She's going to be 22. So 20 years of traveling with my children. We have cruised on Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Disney Cruise Line. We have been to Europe. So what we are talking about with you is personal experiences too. And so we're not, maybe we're not the influencer who's jet setting all around the entire globe. And we're not just the travel advisor who's saying, we think you should book this. We are that combination of the two where we can help you make your travel dreams come true because we are personally making our own travel dreams come true.
Absolutely. And we're not afraid to tell you about the things that we may not 100% recommend.
True. And not afraid to talk about some of the disgusting things we've eaten, where if you go back and listen to our South Africa podcast, you'll learn all about some of the, I don't know, maybe worms or poop or something along those lines that we've eaten in our travels this past year. So definitely go check that episode out. So we're talking a little bit about previous travels we've done and what we've done in the past, but what have you got coming up in 2026?
I'm super excited. I'm actually doing my first European cruise.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
we are doing Italian Riviera. We're going out of Italy and ending in Barcelona and
Nice.
making sure that we hit France along the way.
Mm.
It's going to be a 9-night on Celebrity Cruise. And
Oh, nice.
I'm super excited because not only is it my first European, but we are also celebrating a milestone birthday for a friend. So it's going to be a group cruise. So I'm super looking forward to doing that because she's the kind of girl that we can definitely put into pink boots in the middle of the Riviera. I can't wait.
Perfect. That sounds like a lot of fun.
And then the other thing that we have is that I'm a Girl Scout leader. My daughter has been a Girl Scout since she was in kindergarten. And we now officially have a whole troop of juniors, 6 girls. I'm sorry, excuse me, cadets. 6 girls. And we are going to go to Savannah, Georgia as a group.
Oh, fun.
Leaving from the New York area and heading down there for a long weekend. So it's going to be a lot of fun working those logistics with not only clients, but moms and their kids that I'm their troop leader. That's what makes this experience different for me is the personal interaction with being there. But I'm super looking forward to. I've not done something that's had a Girl Scout focus to it before. So it should be, it's a different kind of theming for me.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
How about you?
So we've got a couple things going on in 2026. First, at the very beginning of January, I'm doing a Disney World split with a cruise. So we're going to fly down to Orlando. We're going to stay at Disney for 2 nights and then get on a Royal Caribbean cruise for 5 nights and then come back and spend 2 more nights at Walt Disney World. Yesterday, I booked a trip in March for 2 Walt Disney World. We're going to spend a little bit of time at Universal too. Nice. We've decided. So that's my trip with my daughter for her spring break. And then my husband is doing this really cool group trip with his guy friends. And they are going to bike, and as in road bike, bicycle, not motorcycle, bike in Palma de Mallorca. Wow. So I'm sending them to Mallorca. They're going to spend a week there biking. They're going to fly over to Barcelona to see the start of the Tour de France. I had no idea the Tour de France has a leg in Barcelona. They're actually staying in a hotel that the bikes are going to go right by.
That's so cool.
And then I'm going to fly in to Barcelona, meet my husband there, and we're going to spend another week in Barcelona and Madrid. So those are the three things I have going on right now.
Oh, that sounds amazing. What wonderful things to look forward to, right?
Yeah. So excited about that. I have to say, we've got these questions in front of us just to kind of like keep us on track and go over. And one of them says, which one scares your wallet the most? Which trip scares your wallet the most? And now you might think that 2 week Spain trip, right? No, it's that Walt Disney World trip in March with my 22-year-old daughter. That scares me the most because once your kid hits a certain age and you spend a day in Epcot, that can really hurt your wallet. Traveling with those big kids, looks very different than traveling with those toddlers. That's for sure. But as we move into season 2, we're looking forward to sharing our travel experiences with you and spending some more time speaking with our suppliers and our contacts. But we also want to inspire you to dream big, inspire you to cross those things off your bucket list, or maybe add something new. So we're going to be making some changes to some of the segments and some of the people that we speak to. Heidi, do you want to speak a little on that?
Yes, we're really excited because this season we're looking to bring in more than just vendors or give you the information. We're looking to bring in people who have inspiring stories, who have done travel that maybe families or individuals wouldn't have thought of. They've gone on these epic journeys, or they've had one amazing weekend and it's changed their lives. And we're really excited to hear their stories and really go into what travel means versus just the logistics of actual travel.
Yeah. So as we focus more on these inspirational stories, I think for us, it's really important to share that with everyone and share where travel can bring you and how travel can change your life and how travel can change your family and your relationship with the world, your relationship. I always feel like if you stay in just your little bubble of your house and whatnot, it's all lovely. And I love staying home. Believe me, if stay home on a weekend, great. Ask me to leave the country. Here's my passport. And I think that's important to inspire, or for us to inspire others to feel that way too.
And for us, this is our business, but it's also, we wouldn't be doing this business if it wasn't our passion. And I feel that these types of guests will be able to verbalize that passion in a different way than we ever could.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, I was just saying to my husband, I haven't been on a plane in almost 2 months. I'm dying. I'm dying. When is my next trip? Because honestly, that is what I live for. Like that's what we love. And we hope that in season 2, we can inspire that in our listeners.
We also would like to ask you to inspire us. What is it that you're looking for? What is it that we could share with you, or whether it be knowledge or inspiration, or find somebody who can speak to a place or a type of travel that you're looking for? We're super excited to see where you want your inspiration to come from also.
Yes, for sure. So when we think how far we've come from season 1, what was your favorite episode?
My favorite episode, I love Halloween. In all honesty, I really enjoy the ones where we do kind of a deep dive into something, and themes for me are huge. So
Yes.
Halloween's a lot of fun, and it always gets me excited about that time of year. I feel like Halloween is very much a gateway to the end of the year, the holidays, the new year. It's almost like the beginning of a renewal. And so when I start to think about all the fun stuff we can do at Halloween, that's usually my favorite.
Yeah, I think my favorite episodes, I love having guests on.
Yes.
Like I love talking about whether it's a supplier or whether, it's another agent that's joined us. Like I love talking with them about their experiences and learning more about what inspires them. And honestly, adding things to my bucket list after I've talked to them.
River cruises.
Yes, river cruising. Um, so I think that's probably my favorite episodes. It's hard for me to pick just one because I really do enjoy those conversations when we are bringing in guests.
I think that there's also a special place for the ones where we can share important information.
Yes,
Absolutely.
agreed.
When
Agreed.
we're, they may be the ones that seem almost tedious as far as logistics go, but sometimes you need one or two of those pieces of information. And I think that I'm hoping that we're helping by putting those pieces out.
Same. I agree. So if we could fast forward,
Mhm.
so now we are in January 1st, 2027.
Mhm.
What would you hope that we had accomplished with season 2?
I'm hoping that in season 2, we have been able to really empower our listeners to go out there and hit a bucket list. Do something in this next year that scares them a little, that they can check off a bucket list, and or that they can just book the trip. It's
Yeah,
that feeling of just book the cruise, just book the
just
trip.
do it.
Yep, just do it. Get over. We can help people over whatever hurdle it is that's stopping
Mhm.
them from making these amazing memories.
Yeah, agreed. And I think for me, I hope the same thing, and I hope I'm going to use this word again. I hope we can inspire you. I hope we can inspire you, and I hope we can show you that you can do these things too. You can do these trips. Like when I talk about, traveling to Spain or when we've been to South Africa, one of the things I hope to show people is that, you know, you can book this trip for 2 years from now. You don't have to have $1 million in the bank to be able to see the world. You can take your time and plan and say, okay, in 2027, I'm doing that South Africa trip. And I hope that one, we can help you do that, but two, we can inspire you and show you all that is possible in the world of travel.
It's interesting you said before that your daughter's first trip was at 15 months to Walt Disney
Mhm.
World. Mine was 18 months
Yep.
when I took her the first time. And I think that even though it's not a big trip around the world, that's a huge hurdle for people too,
Yes.
thinking that their 18-month-old, that their 15-month-old isn't going to remember anything. But that's not what's important. I remember every second of it.
Yes.
And the pictures, those are the pictures on my walls.
Yes.
She doesn't pose for me like she used to.
I know. Well, wait till she gets a little older and then she wants her own Instagram pictures.
Oh,
So
yeah.
still be posing again. You don't have,
Uh-huh.
you just got a couple of years of that. But our son was 18 months old the first time we traveled. I actually flew across the country to California by myself with him. He was such a good traveler. I was worried. He was such a good traveler. We went to Disneyland. We went to the San Diego Zoo. And for several years after that, and this is going to sound insane, but I swear to God, this is true. We did a dolphin tour, just William and I. My husband was out there for work, and we did this dolphin tour. And for at least 2 years, he talked about these dolphins. And he literally was 18 months old, and he would talk about how we saw the dolphins. And he doesn't remember now. He's 24, but it was this experience. I will never forget that he remembered seeing dolphins like at 18 months old. So it is hard to think, do I really want to travel with a child this small? But it is so worth it.
Oh, absolutely.
So worth it.
I agree 1,000%.
Thank you again for joining us for the start of season 2 of Theme Parks and Passports. We hope you enjoyed listening and that you continue to listen and that you like and share our podcast with your friends.
We're so excited about this upcoming season. We can't say it enough. But definitely follow us on our socials. I am at House of Mackey Travel, and you are.
I am on Instagram, it's spellbound_vacations LLC, and on Facebook, it's spellbound vacay, VACA. So,
And we'll be sharing all of our amazing adventures, even if we don't get a chance to put it onto the podcast. We love sharing everything that we're doing, all the amazing places that we get a chance to go, and we can't wait to talk to you about it on our next episode. We come out on the 1st and the 15th of every month, and we are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and you can look at our lovely faces on YouTube every 1st and 15th.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much for following.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit subscribe on Spotify or your favorite podcast player. And while you're there, feel free to leave us a rating and review.
Check out the show notes for links to Spellbound Vacations LLC and House of Mackey Travel. Until next time, keep living your best travel life.